say, Mrs. Rutland, I still plan to thank Jean personally for signing the voucher for me.
Oh, well, think nothing of it. Jean was just too happy for you to get the job. Well, tell me, how are things going?
So far, so good. I guess everything's going to be fine.
Oh, you know it is. Look, I want to make sure they don't take advantage of you, so you'll be seeing a lot of me down there. You bet.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh, besides, I'm interested in the campaign. You know, it's educational, too.
Yes, we know. Vicki, why don't you have one of these? They're very good.
Thank you.
My, what a pretty ring.
Well, it's my gift to her. That's not just any ring, either.
I know. It's the one Mother gave you. Excuse me, please.
Kate? Not here either.
Did you really think she would be after what's happened?
Well, we checked her place. Think. Where else could she have run off to?
I don't know. Maybe she took the honeymoon cruise without me.
Oh, very funny. I hope you're laughing when you read it in the Chronicle tomorrow.
Now, calm down. Calm down. She wouldn't spill everything to the newspaper without doing it right there at the lodge to Stacy and to Redland.
Oh, is that supposed to make me feel better? Have you forgot that you left those people up there wondering why you didn't attend your own wedding reception?
I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. We'll find her, Sebastian.
Well, we'd better. And fast.
Well, you made it.
Oh, a little late, but here I am. Hello, everybody.
Well, you finally pulled yourself away from the clinic.
Well, actually, Ben and Russ kicked me out.
Oh.
Good. Remind me to thank them. Look, dinner will be ready in just a couple of minutes.
2 minutes? Go.
Well, maybe I can give her a hand and make it a little less.
I've been wanting to meet you, Dr. Phillips.
Oh, you must be,
Vicki Lang. I'm sorry, I should have introduced you.
Oh, that's all right. Peter's told me so much about you, it's as if we've already met.
I want you to know how very thankful I am to both you and your wife.
Oh, look, that's all right, Vicki. Kate is Mrs. Carruthers now, and that's a fact that I can't change. Well, why don't we sit down?
I still want you to know, though, that I'm very grateful to both of you.
Well, you qualified for the work release program and got the sponsor. And that really says something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, because of that, she's out of the rehab center more than she's in it. Because of that job now.
If I can just hold on to it now.
Now, why do you say that?
Well, one of the staff members was fired today. Andrea Summers?
I don't think I know her.
She was one of the researchers.
Well, what happened?
I'm not really sure.
That's politics for you.
Well, Dr. Phillips, your clinic sounds very interesting.
Dinner's on. So if you will all just follow me.
What? A minute and 59 seconds?
That smells fantastic. What are we having?
We are having roast pork. It is my specialty.
Oh, I love it.
You heard her. Let's go.
Peter, I think maybe this is the best time for me to make my exit gracefully.
What?
I mean, your mother wasn't expecting me for dinner, and look how I keep putting my foot in my mouth with Dr. Phillips.
You're not going anywhere but into that table. Now turn around. Let's get out of here. Come here. Let's go.
All right, it's ringing. Look, if she answers, I want you to be the voice she hears.
So she can hang up on me. Ah, hello, Rose. Rose, let me talk with Mrs. Carruthers. This is Mr. Carruthers. Oh, she hasn't arrived yet. Oh, no, don't do anything like that. Perhaps I can check back. Better idea. She may call you in a little while, and if she does, would you, Yes. Fine. You'll call me at the office? Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Goodbye. Another dead end.
If Rose is telling the truth,
You think she's lying?
maybe. Following Kate's orders.
Oh, Kate wouldn't be like that.
She's not exactly herself now, you know.
Well, don't look at me like that.
Why not? This thing's blowing up in our face. All because of your playtime with Andrea.
She'd have kept quiet if you hadn't have fired her.
Look, I'm not very comfortable with a ticking bomb in my hand.
You could have at least been a little bit more diplomatic, Sebastian.
Oh, sure. Of course. I could have given her a key to your honeymoon suite.
She's not stupid.
Huh, which is exactly why you should have known you couldn't keep her on a leash.
I had her under more control than I did Kate.
Look, let's drop it, okay? We're not getting anywhere.
Right, we should be out looking door to door for Kate, right?
Yeah, and we just might have to before this leaks out.
Frankly, I think we ought to just sit on it and let Kate have some time to cool off.
Yeah, have some time to get an annulment.
She wouldn't go that far.
To get some of her self-respect back? What would you do if the situation was reversed?
I thought you told me that you weren't going to dwell on I told you so. Excuse me?
You know, I was beginning to think you were real. That image I busted my gut for, thinking you'd eventually catch up to it because the potential was there.
Well, I didn't ask for your worship.
No, but you could have had it. Not just mine, you could have had anybody's. But now,
What are you saying? Are you running out on me too?
oh, no. No, I'm in too deep.
Look, Sebastian, we've been in tighter spots than this. Hey, you'll see. We'll come out on top.
Don't be so sure.
I've never jogged in my life, and now I know why.
Fun, isn't it?
Fine, I can't move a limb.
Don't worry, you always feel like this at first. What you should do is stretch a little bit, you know? Get your muscles working.
Stretch!
Oh, besides, you told Eric you were going to do this every day this week, remember?
Yeah, I don't know why, though.
Because you want to spend as much time with him as you can.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can you believe he wanted us to go another whole block?
Don't worry, tomorrow you'll be able to.
Yeah, if I'm still alive.
You better be. Hey, isn't that social worker supposed to come by tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right. Sometime in the morning. She didn't say exactly when.
Probably a sneak attack at dawn. You're lucky she even told you her name. Come on, I'll fix you some orange juice. You'll feel better.
Up. Promises. Give me a break. No, she did tell me her name, though, Babs. It is Blair Simpson. And from the way she sounded over the phone, I would say that this lady is pleasant, but she's already done her homework on me.
Oh, yeah? Well, don't let her intimidate you. Just stick to your guns.
Yeah, well, sure. You know, I just want her to get to know me for who I really am. But more than that, I want to show her instead of telling her how I'm taking care of Eric.
Well, I'll just stay out of the picture because the first time she says something that I don't like,
No.
I'm liable to...
Wait a minute, Babs. You can't do that.
I promise. I won't slug her.
No. What I mean is, you can't make yourself scarce like that because she wants to talk to everybody in the house, even to Eric.
Oh, is that the law or something?
No, I really don't know about that, but we don't have anything to hide, so.
Boy, that's for sure. We couldn't hide anything even if we wanted to. Not the way Ione watches us. Tell you the truth, though, it kind of makes you feel safe, you know?
Yeah, well, I do know what you mean, but still, Ms. Simpson needs to see that I'm the one taking care of Eric, even though we're both living under Ione's roof.
Listen, don't worry about it. She'll get the picture.
If only I had a job.
What about your old job down at Planning and Development?
Somebody else already has that, and the office is run by an entirely different staff since Vicki Lang had to leave.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. At least they could have given you some kind of a good recommendation or something for another job.
Well, I probably could get a letter of recommendation. Why bother? There's no new employer to give it to.
We should go to work for Harold. Boy, you'd be perfect.
Yeah? Does he need somebody?
Are you kidding? He could take 2-hour lunches and 30-minute coffee breaks and still have plenty of time to get all of his work done.
Business that bad?
Ever since Harold told your old man where to get off, several other clients have pulled out as well. After your father called them, of course.
Poor Harold, huh?
Yeah, he will be if business keeps up like this.
Babs, you would stand by him, wouldn't you?
Honey, down to his last legal pad. I'd even work for him for nothing if he wanted me. To Harold.
Oh, yeah, I took that one myself. Scotty was just waking up.
Oh, would you just look at this? Look at this.
Here, let me see. Oh, yeah, I recognize that yawn. Looks just like Ben when he comes to the clinic in the mornings.
Oh, isn't he just a cutie? Look at this.
I've seen them all several times.
Here's one of me holding him. I'm going to have that one enlarged.
Oh, isn't that the cutest little bugger?
Hey, let's get out of here, okay? Oh. We're gonna go. So,
You're leaving?
yeah, I think we'll take a walk now. I need to get her back to the rehab center.
I don't want to be late. One thing I don't want to do is abuse my privileges.
Well, I understand.
Mrs. Davidson, I'd really like to thank you for dinner. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you came.
Yeah, well, we'll do it a lot more. I'll make sure of that, okay?
Okay.
So, see ya, everybody.
All right.
Don't be late, Peter.
I think it's about time I'd be heading home too myself.
Oh, Ione, it's still early.
Oh, early to bed, early to rise is my motto. You know, I got my whole day cut out for me at the clinic tomorrow.
Well, couldn't you just stay for a cup of coffee?
Oh, we can't, can we, Dr. Phillips? Would you walk me to my car on our way out, please?
Oh, of course I will. I didn't know we were leaving.
Oh, yes, we are.
Well, I was glad to have you, both of you.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me, Terry.
Now, maybe we can have lunch one day this week, huh?
Oh, that would be fine. Why don't you give me a call?
Okay, I will. Oh, thanks for everything, Terry. Especially for taking my mind off of Lee and Kate, huh? Good night.
Good night. Ione, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Stacy, what are you doing here?
I don't know. Maybe it would have been better if you hadn't given me your spare key.
You went to the wedding, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
They're married? Well, I hope she'll be very happy.
Make that a big hope. You started off strangely.
What do you mean?
Well, Mom left right after the ceremony, and then Lee ran right after her without saying a word to anyone.
That doesn't make any sense.
Neither did the fact that Andrea Summers showed up.
Andrea Summers? It's the second time I've heard her name tonight.
Who else was interested in her?
Well, I had dinner at Terry's, and Vicki Lang was there. She's working for Lee now, you know.
So I heard.
Well, she told me that Andrea had been fired.
Yes, but that wouldn't be what you wanted to talk to Mom about.
And I still don't understand.
Well, neither do I, but whatever it was she said certainly wasn't congratulations.
Mother had a whirlwind of a day, didn't she?
And so did I. Especially considering who the other guests were at the wedding.
Your sister, for example.
I tried to avoid her.
I'm sure that was difficult. Seeing as how Amber is waiting for the moment to see that Lee and Kate were married.
Well, now she has her own wedding to plan. Thanks to you.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
What?
Dinner at the homestead.
No, it was actually kind of nice. I still think you ought to have called your mother first, though.
Why? I told you it's no sweat. Look, she has people dropping in on her all the time.
Unexpectedly?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I used to bring over the whole track team when I was in high school. Yeah, no advance notice.
I would have clobbered you if you'd done that to me.
Oh, she didn't. She didn't. Just so we cleaned up the mess.
That's probably why I felt better when I helped her with the dishes. I don't think she felt very good about it, though.
What was that? You break something?
No. We just talked. Mostly about you.
Me?
You and, this ring. Peter, she didn't actually come out and say it, but I think she thinks I'm taking advantage of you.
Oh, come on,
Well, look,
Vicky.
I mean, you're just now starting your first year in college. I've already been out a couple of years.
Age has nothing to do with it.
To some people,
We're
it
not
does.
some people, okay?
No, but your mother just might have a valid point.
My mother has an opinion. It's her opinion.
Look, I'm gonna give this ring back to you.
What are you doing?
I think it's better this way. Now, come on, I'm gonna be late.
Oh, hold it just a second. Give me this. I think it's better just like this.
Now, wait a minute. This one looks like it has more chocolate chips in it. Give me that one.
Babs, this is awful. It is.
No, it isn't. Delicious.
No, you know what I mean? I mean, why bother going out and exercising if we're just going to come back here and eat this kind of junk?
Hey, you said you needed motivation for jogging, right?
That's very true, but...
Well, then, here it is, right in your hot little hand. And this isn't junk. I own bake these things. Think of them as energy cookies.
Oh. Oh, my God.
Wow. What have we here? Try out for the Olympics?
Ma, you're back early, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. We're just doing a little sampling here.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Don't worry, we won't.
Well, now you speak for yourself on that. I think I'm just going to go up and check on Eric because I want to see what he's watching on television. So, excuse me.
You know, I own the sooner that social worker comes and goes, the better off we'll all be. It's enough to make me nervous.
Don't let her catch you up in arms like that.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. That's not the only thing that's making me nervous.
Oh?
Ione, can I ask you something?
Well, if I can answer it.
Well, it's about love.
Oh, love. Oh, this sounds serious. I better sit down. Now, scooch over. Now, what do you want to know?
Everything you can tell me.
Oh, now that sounds like a tall order. Maybe you better break it down and tell me exactly what about love you want to know.
Well, I want to know about the kind that makes you hear bells ringing. You know, the kind that you see in the movies and you read about in books and
Oh,
stuff.
you mean the romance kind?
Yeah, that's it. Being in love, you know.
Well, what's your question?
Well, I want to know how to get Harold to hear those bells ringing, too.
Well, it sounds like you skipped a lot of major questions to get to this one.
Oh, come on, Ione. I mean, I've cleaned up my act. I changed the way I dress. I even changed my conversation.
Oh, sweetheart, I know, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. But how do I get Harold to notice all this? I mean, I've dropped a few broad hints, you know, like if I were ever to get married, I wouldn't need a big reception like his first wife had, or even as much as his second wife had.
Oh, sweetheart.
I mean, you know, I'd be happy to chip in for pizza or go out and eat Chinese or something.
I know, but I think you're missing the point.
Well, then tell me what it is. I don't know what else to do.
Well, you know, when I asked you that question about what kind of love you were talking about,
Yeah.
well, you know, there's a kind of love before even romance. That first love, the kind that lasts forever, even longer than faith and hope. Now, that's the kind of love you ought to try out on Harold first.
Well, you can take the credit for a loveless marriage if Gil marries Amber.
Stacy, I told you, I only suggested that they get married for the sake of the child.
You didn't suggest anything. All you did was make sure that Gil couldn't live with the guilt unless he married her.
And you couldn't live with him unless things were resolved.
The only thing unresolved is how I'm going to live with the fact that the man I love is going to marry my sister.
It's best that you stay away from him.
Tell him that.
Why?
He came looking for me after the ceremony.
That wasn't a very smart thing to do.
I know he still loves me, Daddy.
Stacy, can't you see? You'll only be hurt more if you continue to see him.
My feelings for Gil haven't stopped. Even though I haven't been seeing him, they haven't stopped.
Then it's a fantasy, and you know how that works. The less you live in reality, the more the fantasy becomes real.
Well, then Gil and I are living in the same fantasy.
Well, maybe you are.
Why can't you understand me?
Because I'm trying to protect you.
How can I believe that when all you do is hurt me?
I'm not hurting you, Stacy. You're hurting yourself by refusing to listen to me.
Everything is black and white to you. Whatever happened to your grays?
They don't exist anymore.
Well, some of us are still using them.
And you're getting caught in the middle. They aren't real. You're living in a fantasy world.
You can't tell me that my love for Gil isn't real. You'll never be able to tell me that.
Peter, I decided not to wait up for you, but we need to talk. See you at breakfast. Love, Mom. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Stacy, I know you left in a hurry, but listen to me. No, it sounds like you're giving her orders. Why not? Talk some sense into her. Make her do what you want. You're the father.
That's right, Dave. Prove you're a man. Do that and maybe I'll come back to you.
Dad, how could you tell Gil to marry Amber? You know I'm in love with him. How could you hurt me like this?
You're really messed up now. You might as well take a drink. You need the boost.
Please don't hurt me, Daddy.
Be strong, Dave.
You need a drink.